Hey, this is Late Night Talk with Straight to the Truth coming at you on a Wednesday evening. Tonight's story time is going to be about a young lady that was unalived, essayed, and beaten very bad um, out of Birmingham, Alabama. We're going to talk about this story and then for a minute, and then we're going to listen to a couple of other YouTubers that have a little bit more information. So for all of you that are not aware of exactly what this is about or have not heard about this, I'm going to give you a brief detail. So first of all, I need y'all to go ahead, like, subscribe, and hit that bell up above so when I do post something, you'll be the first to get it. Now, this young lady, Miss Mahogany Jackson out of Birmingham, Alabama, leaves behind a 3-year-old daughter. Miss Jackson was 20 years old. Supposedly, allegedly, she was essayed, beaten very bad, and unalived by some friends. They're saying she was set up. It's a horrible crime, and I wouldn't wish this on anybody, not even my worst enemy. I would not. So let's get into this story. Late night talk, straight to the truth coming at you. At no time are we detectives, are we the police. We are not investigating any crimes. We are just doing commenting, and we are just talking about the story that go on in today's world and everyday community that the big networks like CNN, Channel 12, Fox News, you do not hear about these stories. And if you do, it's for 5 minutes and then it's on to the next one. So this young lady, Miss Mahogany, they're saying she was set up by some friends. 10 people have already been arrested. The police are very much involved, and they're saying there might be more arrests to come. This situation stimulates from them saying that she had set somebody up, and she was talking about one of this so-called friend's boyfriend that supposedly she had slept with. This friend of hers boyfriend, who is deceased now, I guess there was some kind of little affair going on. And then they also accusing this Mahogany of stealing somebody's property, a pow or gun or whatever they want to call it. I know YouTube really don't like for you to say certain stuff, but here we are. So yes, the young lady passed away. I think it was February the 29th or February the 2nd or something like that. After about 74 hours of constant torture, beating, exade, moved around from 3 different places. They videotaped everything, and then the videos were put online. They were sending the videos to different people. They were selling the videos of the girl being tortured, the girl being essayed, the girl being beaten. They said the girl was begging and crying and screaming for so much pain. They had the girl handcuffed as they were beating her and essaying her. They said that the girl was moved around 3 places because allegedly the girl was able to get out a text to her mom and her sister saying, please send the police. I'm being held against my will. I've been kidnapped. I'm being held against my will. They will not let me go. Please send the police to such and such address, apartment 3. Please help me. When the police did get there, they said the girl was not there. So these clowns that did this to her got wind that she had sent a text, which is funny. I don't understand how. It's not funny, but I mean, I don't understand how she could have sent a text when they said she was stripped butt naked with no clothes. Where would she have held the cell phone? They also took her cell phone and promised her that if she gave them the code for her Cash App, that they would let her go. Well, we can see now that that was all a big lie. So to continue on, this poor young thing, they stole her money out of her Cash App. They sent out videos of her being tortured and other things. They said when they was torturing this girl and essaying her and beating her, they beat her with a pistol. They hit her in the back of the head with rocks. I mean, I didn't see the videos because I cannot watch something like that, but they're all over YouTube and other online websites and stuff. There was this guy. They said he was selling the videos for like $20 a video. I mean, it was crazy. It was crazy. This has been going on for the last couple of weeks. Um, that poor baby, she suffered. She really suffered. So what we're gonna do is I wanted to give you guys a little bit of a description. I hope you know can understand exactly where I'm coming from, and it paints a picture and gives you a little bit of idea of what this story was about. Cause I know, it's like when you go to Channel 12 News, CNN, they talk about stuff that has to do with the minority community for about 5 minutes, and then they move on. But other nationalities, they show it over and over and over. So, people of color or minorities, especially brown skinned people, you really don't get the story or know what's happening. So that's where we YouTubers and, like late night talk with straight to the truth comes in. So what we're going to do is we're going to tune in and listen to some of the content from other YouTubers and get more of an idea of exactly what's going on. Okay, we'll be right back. Yeah, so instead of I just wanted to, come on and release this story about this girl, Mahogany Jackson, that was out of Birmingham, Alabama. This poor young lady was tortured and abused in every imaginable way you think of a person could be abused. Um, I want to give my condolences to her family and hope that they get justice. Justice for Mahogany um, Jackson out of Birmingham, Alabama. Nobody deserves this. Nobody. What they did to that young girl is unexcusable, and I hope they get everything that is coming to them and some. There's a lot of stuff they're saying that her family um, failed her. I guess when she sent off the text, they didn't see the text or whatever. I know there was some issues between her and her mom. You know how these young kids are growing up, teenagers. Goes back a lot of years. She didn't want to listen. Her and her mom had issues. Her mom had ended up kicking her out. It was just a lot. It's just a lot. Like they said, her mom kicked her out. Her mom would let her come back in. I know that her and her mom got into a fist fight, and the mother ended up calling the police on her. And because the girl was living in a subsidized low income apartment, and the police had to be called, and she ended up losing her apartment. She ended up homeless. Ended up staying with friends, and it was just a lot going on. You guys should go look up the story. I wanted to let me see if I can find a little bit of some stuff that's going on, or that's being get a little better idea about this story. Y'all hold on, we're gonna go to a quick commercial. So right here, there's about 10 people that was brought in and arrested and given no bond. We're going to go in and listen to what they're saying some of the charges are. Today, yet her felony murder charge was bound over by another judge. Now, while some of the charges today were dropped or reduced, Judge Bell said that it's clear that
he made it clear that these charges can be brought back at any time by a grand jury.
So, did y'all hear that? Let's get the last recap of it again if y'all didn't catch that.
And direct investigators to Jackson.
You can't substitute that by just still photos.
There are 8 videos total, initially brought forward to law enforcement by an acquaintance who was able to provide copies of some of the videos and direct investigators to Jackson's body. Investigators discovered 3 additional videos later.
An acquaintance, they said. Did y'all hear that? They said it was brought to them. Listen to what they're saying.
Still photos.
There are 8 videos total, initially brought forward to law enforcement by an acquaintance who was able to provide copies of some of.
Okay, so this girl that we're seeing up on the screen is the girl, I forget what her name is. I think it's Deja, um, where she was the main one that set Mahogany up. And one of the videos, which I'm not going to play any of the videos on here, you got to go look them up. One of the videos, it shows that she was confronting and had Mahogany up against a wall, was hitting her all in the face and confronting her for sleeping with her boyfriend. So she is being charged with, I think they said capital murder and essaying on Mahogany. So she might be getting the death penalty because capital murder and Alabama has that death thing. Yeah, let's listen up.
The videos and direct investigators to Jackson's body. Investigators discovered 3 additional videos late Tuesday night. All 8 of the defendants are seen in a portion of at least one of the videos. Pope, McDowell, and Harris were initially charged with 2 counts each of capital murder. Pope and McDowell's capital murder charge on the basis of rape and sodomy were dropped. Harris's 2 counts of capital murder both carried over. Lewis and Clapp were each charged with single felony murder charges and assault in the second degree. Clapp's assault charge was reduced to third-degree assault, which is a misdemeanor. Lewis's assault charge was bound over. Robinson was present in court today, yet her felony murder charge was bound over by another judge. Now, while some of the charges today were dropped or reduced, Judge Bell said that it's clear that he made it clear that these charges can be brought back at any time by a grand jury. Live in Birmingham.
So, did y'all hear that 6 defendants in the kidnapping and unaliving of Mahogany Jackson appeared in Jefferson County Court Tuesday for a preliminary hearing? Based on testimony and evidence presented in the hearing, Judge William Bell found probable cause for the defendants to be bound over for grand jury consideration, but some of the defendants' charges were reduced. Brandon Pope, Jeremiah McDowell, Francis Harris, Tasia Lewis, Giovanni Clapp, and Ariana Robinson were the 6 defendants present in court. During the hearing, the prosecution presented graphic screenshots from videos taken while Jackson was held against her will before she was unalived. The photos depicted Jackson being slapped, punched, stripped nude, and forced to perform, y'all see that there, while held at gunpoint. Jefferson County District Attorney Danny Carr discussed the nature of the videos, sheer brutality. You know the barbaric nature of it. You can't substitute that by just still photos, said Carr. So that's what they had to say, you know what I'm saying, today about that one. So let's continue to read and read. Now it says 6 of the 8 defendants charged in the death of Mahogany Jackson appeared in court Wednesday for a preliminary hearing. Jackson was found unalived at an illegal dump site in Jefferson County, February 26, 2024. They're saying McDowell and Harris were also in the car. The autopsy revealed Jackson died from a single gunshot wound to the back of the head. According to witness statements, Harris reportedly shot Jackson. That's what they're saying. So somebody snitched and said it was Harris, but Harris's attorney is arguing there's no physical evidence tying Harris to firing the shot. So they're trying to say, bro, no, you can't say he fired that shot. They ain't got no evidence, and you got three guns and one bullet. You got three guns, one bullet. How you can't determine? Everybody was pointing guns at her in the video, so everyone's in a circle around her pointing guns at her, allegedly. But this is not allegedly because it's in the paperwork. But you know what I'm saying? They're standing around her pointing guns at her, and at what point does something happen and the gun go off because they leave and it's just them three with her? So what happens at that point? It's like they're leaving all of the real evidence out of this case, man. I'm not buying this. I'm just not buying it, man. I'm not buying it. This is just some shit I'm not buying. But let's continue. Let us continue, man. We're not done. Suspects in kidnapping, torture, and unaliving of Alabama
This is
woman.
her.
They were back in court today. 6 suspects in the brutal kidnapping, torture, and unaliving of a
Look at
young
these fools.
Alabama woman appeared in court Wednesday for preliminary hearings. Mahogany Jackson, 20, was found unalive on a dead-end road in Birmingham on February 26 around 2 a.m., according to the police. And somebody sent me, salute Godson on that 20-piece. My bad, bro. I was in the mix, man. I appreciate you Godson for that 20-piece. Salute. It says, in the ensuing days, authorities arrested and charged 8 people with the unaliving. Sanaya McCall, Jeremiah McDowell, Brandon Pope, Blair Green, Francis Harris, Tasia Lewis, Giovanni Clapton, Ariana Robinson. Green and McCall were the only 2 not in court on Wednesday, a local Fox affiliate reported, with 8 suspects have been jailed without bail. Authorities laid out their case against the 8 suspects at their bond hearing last week, saying Jackson texted her mother on the morning of February 25th that she had been kidnapped. Send the police, apartment 3 held hostage, don't call. The message read, in part directing her family to an apartment complex. However, when officers and relatives arrived at the location, Jackson was not there. It says Jackson's captors stripped her naked, beat her, and threw her in the trunk of a car, police said. The attackers filmed parts of the assault, according to the cops. The kidnappers then took Jackson to an apartment where they held her at gunpoint and essayed her. Authorities said videos showed Jackson naked and handcuffed while the attackers slapped her, spit on her, and pistol whipped her. Some of the videos were posted on social media, and police said they helped lead to several arrests. These are undoubtedly one of the most heinous acts I've seen in my career. It's absolutely disgusting, Birmingham Police Chief Scott Thurman said at a February 28th press conference. After the torture, one of the kidnappers unalived Jackson with a gunshot to the back of the head. According to police, investigators identified the shooter as Francis Harris. Jackson's body was found about 2 miles from where she told her family she was being held. So as you see right there, man, this is a sad case, man. This is a sad case, and we're gonna get to you later. This is a sad case what's going on right now in the Mahogany Jackson case. So as y'all see right there, they have been in court. Some of the charges are getting reduced for some very odd reasons. I'm not understanding why the hell are you reducing some of these charges after you are telling us exactly what's going on? You're sitting there telling us exactly